Let me explain to you how powerful a gap strategy is if you know how to use it. So this is the market giving us a gap last week. And notice how this gap occurs above the Asian range and we fill the gap almost perfectly. But how do you know whether the markets are going to go down or whether the markets are going to continue moving up? Well, in order for you to understand this, let's kind of dive into the price action itself. So we had a very, very aggressive move to the upside over here. We first took out the Asian range low, which is very important to understand, right? This is what I call a two-phase manipulation, right? So what I mean by two-phase manipulation is price will take out the Asian range low. So this is an enticement of sellers. And then we take out the Asian range high over here. This is an enticement of buyers. But you need to know exactly what is going on inside of this region, right? This is what's very important to understand. Now from here, when we go to the ATAS platform, right? The ATAS platform, we see the exact same price action. We see this gap being filled over here. But now we need to go inside of the candles and understand what was going on in terms of the buyers and the sellers. So when we look into the candle over here, right at the top, we need to understand that there's such a small amount of volume and we can see buyers being trapped. So when we look here at the overall price action, we can see a lot of blue delta resting in this area. We see 109 for 172. We see 38 for 106. So we're seeing a lot of aggressive buyers, right? But the market was unable to sustain the buyers coming higher. And we actually had lower prices because of that. So when you go back to the candlestick chart, you want to understand that every time you see a gap, you want to see who is being trapped inside of that gap in order to give you the buy side or the sell side delivery. So here in this region, we had a lot of buyers, but were those buyers successful at moving the market higher? They failed, and that's why we dropped down, right? So we notice how we filled this fair value gap, and we broke below this fair value gap as well. So you need to understand whenever you're reading the interaction between buyers and sellers, you need to understand where the buyers are being failed, and you want to be trading in line with where the buyers are being failed.